Hey YouTube, this is Matt's Pictures here with a video on my niches. One of my big niches, and this big niche is called video games. Now, this is really a garage sale. It's what I know the most of is video games. So what I do is, when I'm at a garage sale, I always ask, you always gotta ask, if you can't see any video games, you always ask, hey, do you happen to have any old video games? And you name like Nintendo 64, NES, SNES, Sega Genesis, the GameCube, and often they'll always say, yeah, hold on, let me ask my kid if he wants to sell any. And here's my rule of thumb. When I see video games, if you see sports games, don't bother with them. That's a good rule of thumb. Second, if you see Mario, Zelda, Sonic, Kirby, Pokemon for $5 or below, well, it depends with some Mario games, because like there's a game Mario Paint that's only worth $1. But if it's less than $1, $5, hop on it. Some of the common, like, there's games, like, we'll start with GameCube. For example, GameCube, there's a game, Super Smash Brothers, it's worth about $35 to $40, complete. And that's a common game, so you can make an easy $30 profit. For Nintendo 64, people usually, it's kind of the most common kind of like cartridge system game that people would usually pull out. And the games to look out for there is Smash Brothers, Zelda, Mario Kart, Paper Mario, and all the Pokemon games. And Donkey Kong. For GameCube, you want to look up the Pokemon games, GameCube game, the Pokemon games, and the Mario games for the GameCube. And for the Game Boy games, very common. You'll always find them at a yard sale. Always look for Mario and Pokemon. Pokemon, like the Pokemon games, sell like hotcakes. GameCube, my experience that sold what hotcakes was Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Paper Mario, and Pokemon. And even Pikmin. There's a game called Pikmin 2, which is like a $40 game. But I really don't bother with like recent like Xbox 360, PlayStation games. Reason why is, unless they're like cheap and Black Ops and stuff. I mostly deal with old video games because they're the ones that are most expensive. Probably the most modern games I usually look for are Xbox and PlayStation 2. And actually Nintendo DS. So, let's just review. Number 1, eliminate sports games. Number 2, always ask if they have video games. And number 3, $5 or less for Pokemon, Zelda, Mario, Luigi, Kirby, Donkey Kong, all those kinds of games that, Nintendo made. And also, there's a great website to study on. It's called videogamepriceschart.com. I'll leave in the link below. It tells you all the video game prices from the high prices for completed, sealed, and all that. And another tip, a good tip, is if you steal a sealed video game, most likely if it's cheap, you want to buy it, except for a sports game. But if it's sealed and it's like a role-playing game or something like that, buy it. Oh, and another quick tip is always open up the games to make sure they're there. I've had many times where I bought a game, never checked it, got home, wasn't there, or it's the wrong disc. Always check and look at the disc. That's been my tip for my niche for video games. If you like these videos, motivational videos, I'm probably making them a lot in the winter because the only thing I can go to is thrift stores, so yard sales are closed. And I'm going to start actually filming inside a thrift store. And when the summer comes, I have my camcorder. I can, do like an Urban Diggers and film. If you like these videos, please comment, subscribe, and as always, have a great day. Keep on picking. It says Breaking Profit.